Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all righty, doing all righty. I just wanted to swing in and see how things are going around here for the special forces.
Yeah, I mean things are going well. Top to bottom, everything's looking good. Obviously, we have our needs. We do need to purchase a couple sleeping bags. But that's besides the point. Yeah,
Okay,
we're
okay.
looking good though.
Yeah, I'm a representative for Marmot Mountain LLC. We are actually offering high quality sleeping bags currently. But just before we get
Oh,
into
okay.
this, just to make sure I'm not stepping on anyone's rank or anyone's toes, are you the right officer that's doing the purchasing for these new sleeping bags?
Yes, sir. I am the officer doing purchasing for the new sleeping bags. Actually, awesome that you're a representative selling them because that's actually exactly what we're looking for.
Okay, okay. And does any other like officer or military presence need to be present, for the meeting?
No, I mean I'm the head buyer in this case. I'm looking for the sleeping bag, so no one else is needed in this meeting if that's what we
Okay.
go for.
So I just want to get a rundown on like what current sleeping bags you're working with, see if there's any room for an upgrade or adjustment, to what you guys are currently using. And then if you guys think that there's a good fit or you see some potential in our product, we can start talking prices and I can get you set up for our new current high quality sleeping bag. Does this sound like a good little plan?
Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Alrighty,
Um,
alrighty.
yeah, so essentially we're looking for 1,400 sleeping bags for the Special Forces Division of the U.S. Army. So essentially, I'm looking for field sleeping bags, higher tech ones, not ones that, are flimsy and they won't help us with our division. Basically, we're receiving funds in this year's fiscal budget for those new needs and lightweight sleeping bags to replace kind of the old and outdated ones is what we're looking for.
Okay.
We're kind of required to make purchasing decisions with a new budget, and that's through me. But it's also labeled a high priority, so that we're needing them ASAP.
Okay. Okay. So before we get into like the fine numbers and the budget, and any discounts or sales I have for you, let's just get into like how is the current sleeping bags work for your special forces squad? Like what problems are, what's the current situation with them?
Yeah, so essentially the current bags are like bulky and heavy, and they don't really perform well in certain conditions like heavy snow or rain even. And the troops have been complaining about it somewhat constantly. Um, and so with these new purchases, we are looking for high-tech ones. I know they're outdated, but we're also looking for an upgrade in quality as well.
Okay.
So those are kind of our biggest problems.
So quality is something that we really specialize in. We've been operating since like 1974, and we've had people go up mountain peaks. We've had people take our sleeping bags
Wow.
and equipment up to Mount Everest. And
Wow.
one thing about the weight problem is we have this current upgrade for only $8 more on top of the bill. You can add some more extra goose fluff, which allows you to be in like colder temperatures, about -10 more degrees. So you can
Wow.
add
Okay.
more fluff, or you can
Mhm.
kind of ignore that, and you'll still have a pretty lightweight sleeping bag that can tolerate rain. And we have this new material called Pertex. I believe it's a Pertex quantum material. And
Okay.
it's similar to our Gore-Tex stuff, which is like highly breathable and waterproof. This stuff is a little more improved, a little more bulkier and durable, and kind of built for like heavy duty trips, I would say. But the weight issue is one thing that we can kind of personalize according to your order. You see what I'm saying, where we could add more or
Yeah.
less to it and make it, handle
Yeah.
the bulk issue that a lot of people deal with.
Yeah.
Um,
So how much do they cost?
they cost about $669 dollars, but we also have like we have adjustable discounts. So like if you buy over 500, then you'll get 20% off each individual sleeping bag.
Mhm.
So like for example, say if you did the whole squad, it would cost $936,600. Okay, but with our 20% discount, this lowers it all the way down to $749,000 and 280 on top. So, and then if we add the extra goose down, then we bring it a little bit more into the range of about 770,000.
Mhm.
But it's an upgrade. It's a fully upgraded sleeping bag. So like you're saving almost about 150K, give or take, when you get our 20% discount. And do you have a specific number for the
Well,
budget that you kind of want to stay near?
I do not, but I'm actually pretty sure I can go down to Dick's Sporting Goods and get the Marmot bags for $70. Are you trying to take advantage of the government?
Well, see, this is a higher quality one. Because so remember how I mentioned we could bring this one up to Mount Everest? The ones you're seeing over at Dick's, they're more for like casual camping. Whereas ours are really like heavy duty, almost top of the industry line sleeping bags that can tolerate higher weather impact. I mean, our baseline product with the CWM model can tolerate -40-degree weather. So it's really high quality, like off the bat. And
Yeah.
and another thing that justifies the 669 bill is the warranty. We have a really, really good warranty program if you're interested in hearing about that.
Okay. Well, our outfit, they obviously face the toughest conditions on Earth, and I know you touched on the 40 degree below weather, but have you experienced sleeping in 40 below with 50-mile-an-hour winds? Like, how can you possibly kind of know what our forces need?
Personally, I've never really like slept in high extreme weather per se, but like I said, our teams that like we've sponsored that have climbed the mountain peaks and stuff. I mean, because it's not just Mount Everest. This has been a couple mountain peaks, like Mount Rainier. People even took it inside Mount St. Helens. So like our sleeping bags have proved themselves like time and time again.
Mhm.
Um, so I can't really speak personally on my experience, but I've seen the product serve its function when put into those sort of situations. So
Okay, yeah, here, one sec. I'm getting a call. Um, yeah, General Adams. My search is going well, actually. I'm currently meeting with a sales rep from Coleman. Um, I don't know if I have faith in the Coleman products, honestly, but we're trying to work out something, and I'm hearing him out. Um, yep, I'll get right on that. Thank you. Sorry, I was just on the phone with the person who was trying to get me to buy the sleeping bags for the armed forces. I have another question. Will you promise not to sell this bag to any other division of the armed forces? Like, we kind of want ours to look good and like be unique kind of in every respect. And we don't want to hear that the Marines are using these marmot bags. Is that a possibility, or are you kind of just selling to everybody?
I think the special forces guys, you guys are kind of the top of your guys' really individual industry. So like, not many people can just get into special forces. There's a lot of high quality training. And with the price tag of $669 dollars, I believe it's really only affordable for the top of the line guys. And this is really what you want your guys sleeping in. The Marines, I mean, that's more so like with the Dick's Sporting Goods area. But the Special Forces Division, I mean, they've earned the top of the line sleeping bags. So like we probably wouldn't sell to any other division of the armed forces based off the fact that they're kind of priced out. I mean, they're not going to be able to buy like enough to make a significant discount because they probably have triple or even quadruple the amount of men you have in your division. Like
Hmm.
1,400 is a really focused number. Like guys had to
Yeah.
work really hard to get in special forces. So
Hmm.
like we wouldn't sell to other people unless, I mean, we can't really say any
Yeah.
promises, but most likely not, just given off price alone. A lot of people get
Yeah.
priced out.
Okay. So is there any chance I can have a demonstration of the sleeping bag? Oh, and also, would you like be willing to travel with me on like our next training expedition? And like it's in a remote part of the Rockies, so it's pretty pretty intense. Would you be willing to do that, or can we see these bags in kind of person? Anything like that?
See, we have videos on our website, so you could really just go to the Marmot Mountain LLC website and you'll see
Oh,
like our
okay.
sponsored videos. Yeah, we have really good clean cut production showing the things, having water dumped on them, being put in those extreme windy conditions. Like our commercials are really immersive in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't think the company would let me. I don't think Marmot Mountain would let me use my
Yeah, no,
vacation
I
to go
get
to the
it.
Cascades with
Yeah.
the Special Forces Division. As much as
Hmm.
I would love to take you up on that offer, but um, we're not into giving false promises, especially not to the Marines serving us and the soldiers serving us. So
Yeah.
like I believe if you want the best demonstration, and even better than I can give you in person, is literally like checking out our website, the Marmon Mountain LLC. We could even start talking to some executives and see if we can send you guys over some testers, just because you guys are in the government. I think, you guys do deserve at least one or two samplers
Hmm.
to get a
Yeah.
taste of the product. But
I appreciate it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to join you on that one. That's a little stretch.
Yeah, no, I get it. I appreciate it. I have one last question. I know I've been kind of peppering you, but we really need to get this dialed in. So we often travel with like a lot of canine units, especially into the wilderness for tracking purposes, you know. So would the animals fit well in the bag with the soldiers, or would you recommend purchasing separate bags for them? What would you recommend, or what have you seen in that case if you have seen it?
So so given the goose fur that's in the sleeping bag, it
Hmm.
really spreads out and it's a kind of a lengthy sleeping bag, but it
Okay.
folds up and compresses well. So it still keeps its
Yeah.
lightweight, non-bulky function, but it spreads out long. I mean,
Okay.
you could put a dog in like a basic Coleman. I've seen people tuck their like, German Shepherds in a just a big Coleman sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Ours is higher quality, it's thicker, it'll keep the dog and the human like warm. And you could also add that extra bulk, extra goose fur, I guess I should say, for $8 more.
Hmm.
And that will allow a lot of warmth for the animal and the human. But our sleeping bags are really lanky. They fold up into about a tight bundle, probably about, not I can't I wish I was in person to show you a demonstration, but it's a really tight bundle, but it opens up to it feels like about 6 by 3 feet. It's really long. So
Okay.
an animal
Wow.
wouldn't have no problem fitting in there. It's almost more than you need in that regard. Like two people
Okay.
could fit in one of these.
Oh, well, that's nice to know. That's nice
Mhm.
to know. Yeah, so I thanks for kind of giving me the rundown on all that. Sorry, I had a lot of questions. I don't know if we're gonna buy today, but can I have like three kind of samples? It would be great if they were free, sample bags for kind of immediate field testing.
Let me talk to my executives. As soon as we get off this call, I will shoot them an email because they really like supporting the military. So I could see that going through pretty smoothly, and they really like giving out samples because samples, our products prove themselves like through and
Yeah.
through.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
we totally make that work.
okay,
Or
well,
at least, I'll put the fight in
yeah,
for you.
yeah, I would appreciate that because, you know, with a potential order worth almost, 800 grand, to Marmot, I think it would, be respectful to, kind of help us out a little bit. It would be much appreciated at least.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, that's completely understandable because this is this is almost $1 million purchase. So you
Yeah,
want to make sure you're rolling, with the right product that you need for the Special Forces unit.
totally,
Completely
totally.
get that.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't really have any other questions. You answered them very well. We don't we'll definitely be looking into it, to say the
Okay.
least. So I appreciate your time. I have a couple other things to do. But thank you for stopping by. It was much appreciated and yeah, it was good meeting you.
Sounds good. Thank you. I'll definitely be emailing my executives about those samples and we'll still be in correspondence even after this meeting. So thank you very much. It
Awesome.
was a good meeting with you, man.
Perfect. Pleasure meeting you too. We'll stay in touch.
Thank you.